What's good? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Matthew Shack live here in Los Angeles, yo. What's cracking? What's crack-a-lacking? Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered. What's going on, y'all? Your boy's back. Your boy's back, man. I was on earlier this morning. I was on real early this morning, man. So make sure y'all go back and check out that live that I did in the morning. First things first, salute to the Unfiltered Nation. Salute to the Unfiltered fam in the Mod Squad. Salute to all you goons out there, man. Make sure you guys are hitting that notification bell because when I pop on here, man, you want to know if I'm here. This is how you'll know. Okay, keep the likes at 50%. Last but not least, homies. Last but not least, homies, tip your bartender, bro. So, man, what's popping out there, dog? Okay, you already know. It's time to blaze one. For who? For who? The nation. Y'all had it right the first time. You had it right the first time. So, man, the Raiders, we're going to talk some Raider football, man, because I'm kind of in the mood to do that. You know what I'm saying? We've been picking up a lot of new people outside of the draft, a lot of free agent signings. We done picked up a wide receiver here and a linebacker there. And, we understand there's going to be some camp body stuff going on. We get it. But one of our former first-round draft picks, who's presently incarcerated right now by the name of Henry Ruggs III, was mentioned on Max Crosby's The Pivot podcast with former Raider running back Josh Jacobs. And according to Josh Jacobs is still very much in contact with Henry Ruggs. He made it clear that he has not abandoned Ruggs, and that's still his boy. Let's get these likes up, you guys. Let's get the likes up to 50%. Come on, you guys, man. Just click it and move on, okay? It's not going to hurt you, bro. All right? That he's been very much in contact with Henry Ruggs, and he said Henry Ruggs has been allowed to train, and Henry Ruggs is eyeing a comeback NFL return upon his release from prison. And we're here to talk about it. My question is, because we all know this is it's hypothetical because, he's not released from prison. And even if he is, are the Raiders going to give him that opportunity to come back? So my question is to all of you guys, should the Raiders, upon his release, upon his parole, should they, bring Henry Ruggs III back into the fold and give him a second opportunity to play football in the National Football League? All right, put a 1 in the chat if you agree that he should get a second chance. Put a 2 in the chat if you think that ship has sailed and it's time to move forward. So before I answer that question, I will get to the facts, all right? And I got the facts right here, all printed out. So Henry Ruggs is eyeing an NFL return. And Henry Ruggs right now remains in prison as a result of a sentence that he received in August 2023, stemming from a November 2021 car crash. Ruggs felt guilty after a woman and her dog were unalived in the crash. Former Raiders wideout was accused of reaching speeds of up to 156 miles an hour, and he registered a blood alcohol content of 0.16. Now, me being here in California, I know what the legal limit over the limit is. Here it's 0.08. I don't know what it is in Nevada, but if he was in California, he'd be 2 times over the legal intoxication limit, which is 1.8. Right here, he's right over, and not 1 point, 0.8. Let me get that right. And he was 0.16. So that would be double the legal limit here. Okay. Oh, it says right here, double the legal limit. So the legal limit in Las Vegas is also 0.08. Okay. And he got .16. All right, so he was faded legally. All right, Ruggs was waived the same day charge was filed, so the Raiders got rid of him when the files were charged, ending his tenure in the NFL only playing 20 games across 2 seasons. So he played a little bit, a little bit over a season. All right. As a result of a plea agreement, the former first rounder received a sentence of 3 to 10 years in prison. Now, what's interesting, man, is that even though it seems like it was yesterday, in August, it'll be 3 years since he was sentenced. He's already been in prison 3 years, bro. That's crazy, man. That's crazy to even think that it's been 3 years, but then that just goes to show you how bad the Raiders have been in those past 3 seasons. We haven't been any good. So all the years run together. We don't have anything special to look at, okay? Especially the last 2. I mean, the year that he was, the first year that when he got, got sentenced, that was the Rich Bisaccia season, okay? But we haven't done anything since. So when I heard that it was August 2023 and August will be of this year to be 3 years, I was like, wow, we really haven't done anything, because it seems like that was yesterday when it wasn't. All right. Ruggs is eligible for parole August 5th, 2026. Okay. Which would mean that he would have served 4 years on a potential 3 to 10 year sentence. All right. In event that he does get released from prison, at that point, he is interested in attempting an NFL comeback. His former Alabama and Raiders teammate Josh Jacobs said during an appearance of the Pivot podcast, Ruggs is training for a return to football. Okay. Jacobs also added that he's been speaking to Ruggs' behalf on discussing a return with NFL teams. So Josh Jacobs is a guy that's running around actually looking out for his boy and actually speaking to people, GMs and coaches, and putting it out there and trying to put a word in for his boy and say, hey man, Henry wants to return, and if there was an opportunity that was given, that can be given for a tryout or a look at or a look-see or whatever, they would highly appreciate it. Okay. All right. And the Packer running back, let's remember he's on the Packers now, said of Ruggs, there seems to be a couple of teams which could be willing to give him a chance. So the cat is running around here, man, co-signing his homie, man. He's out here, politicking. Josh Jacobs is politicking for Henry Ruggs, bro. Okay, and I got a lot to say about that. Let's get these likes up. All right. Interest on the part of the team would obviously be a noteworthy development due to the serious nature of Ruggs' actions. Okay. But Jacobs remains an advocate for a second opportunity in the league. He said, quote, he's a good kid, all right, when he was on The Athletic, interview with The Athletic. He's never been in trouble. I've never seen him doing nothing crazy. He was just one of them guys that had a very, very unfortunate situation, and something happened from a decision that he made, okay? The top receiver was taken in the 2020 draft. That was 5 years ago, as of now. All right, he averaged 18.4 yards a catch, scored 4 tugs with his time with the Raiders. At the time when he becomes eligible for parole, he'll be 27. So, once again, the question and the subject on this video is that should Josh Jacobs be given a second opportunity by the Raiders, specifically? Okay, put a 1 in the chat if that's a yes. Put a 2 in the chat if that is no. All right. Here's how I feel about it. Henry Ruggs, bro, that situation is a situation that I wouldn't wish on any kid. That situation is catastrophic, bro. Okay? And y'all know who I ride with. Y'all know my pedigree. Y'all know my history. Y'all know, you guys know my hardware. Y'all know what it is with Shaq over here when it comes to the Raiders, dog. But human life is worth more than a football team. Human life is worth more than that. And even though everybody makes mistakes, there's the levels of mistakes that are being made still have to be judged. Those mistakes This isn't the same as running a stop sign. Okay, like somebody lost their life. All right, in a negligent manner, that didn't need to lose their life, who's innocent. All right. With all that being said, man, if a team is willing to give him another opportunity, then he should be able to play. Now, Henry Ruggs is not the only person who has been in a situation that had somebody who was unalive that was involved, that got a chance to play again. Okay, we got what's his name? Dante Stallworth. Dante Stallworth had a vehicular incident where he hit somebody on the side of the road, and they're no longer with us, and he served his time and he was able to get back in the league. Okay, Ray Lewis, he wasn't directly involved, but his boys at the Super Bowl in Atlanta, when they played against the Giants in 2000, unalived somebody, and he had to testify and all of that type of stuff, and he didn't get suspended. So, and then Michael Vick, of course, dealing with dogs and all of that, and there was a dog that perished in this fire as well, was allowed to come back and play. So it's not unprecedented, but it's going to be a lot of heat. It's going to be whoever picks them up is going to have to deal with a lot of heat. They're going to have to deal with the family. The family's going to have to relive this again. They're going to come out. They're going to be critical of the situation. There's going to be a lot of pressure on the NFL not to let them back in the league. Okay, it's not just going to be easy coming. It's not going to be easy pickings. If the NFL allegedly would conspire and collude to keep a 23-year-old brash, cocky quarterback out of University of Colorado and make him be a 5th-round draft pick and absolutely sandbag Colin Kaepernick's career for taking a knee, what do you think they're going to do to another man that happens to be of the same background as those two who did something like this? I'm willing to think that there's going to be some blowback with that. I'm as willing to believe it, bro. I'm just kind of seeing what it is, okay? As long as your ass is compliant, cool. If you ain't, so be it. With that being said, man, should the Raiders do it? I only say the Raiders should do it if the powers that be at that time, whether it's Pete Carroll, whether it's John Spytek, whether Tom Brady's involved, Mark Davis would have to sign off of it, only if it makes sense on the grass. If it doesn't make sense on the grass, I say no. And that's with anybody. What I'm saying is he should not be penalized for it. If he serves his time and he has paid his debt to society, and we think that he can come in and do something on the grass, I'm with it. But that's the only way. That's the only way, man. I don't want anybody taking up a roster spot from somebody else who can help me win. I'm at that point in my life. I'm at that point in this fandom that I don't care about all the feel-good stories and all the what's gonna sound good and and all of that. When I was saying bring Hunter Renfrow back, I was saying bringing Hunter Renfrow back, because I knew Hunter Renfrow was going to go out there and do something on that grass for me. I knew that he was going to go out there and do that China route and get open. I knew that. So, even though he's a former Raider and it would have been a feel-good story and you could have reached back and grabbed your jersey and put it on and it would have been, a homecoming. Homecomings don't really work good for the Raiders. Okay? Homecomings turn out bad. All right? The only person who I've ever seen leave the Raiders and return to the Raiders and have a career that was great was Woodson. Charles Woodson is the only person that was a Raider, great, left, went to the Packers, DPOY, Super Bowl, came back to the Raiders, legend. He's not the first person to do that. Okay? Art Shell coached the Raiders twice. Art Shell, Hall of Fame offensive tackle, man. Okay? Super Bowl champion, in the Hall, gold jacket, coached the Raiders in '89, first black coach to ever coach in the modern era. Okay, got fired after a winning season. Al Davis fired him and said that was the worst mistake he ever made in his life. Okay, in his career was firing Art Shell when we went 12-4. Okay, or somewhere along those lines. And what happened later on in the 90s? In the early 2000s and 90s, we brought him back. What happened? Art Shell did not do well. Art Shell didn't even make. I don't even think he made it a whole year. Okay, reclamation project did not work. John Gruden, same situation. Coached with us, did good. Al traded him to the Tampa Bay. He just came back. Shit show. So that's 3 people. Out of those 3 people, only one person was able to succeed. All right. Tried to bring Hunter Renfrow back. They didn't want him. They didn't want him, dog. So the only way that I'd want him back is if it made sense on the grass. If it doesn't make sense on the grass for us, he doesn't fit in, he doesn't have a position, I don't want him there just taking up a roster spot, bro. I don't, bro. I want him to be able to succeed in his career. 27's not old. I'm sure that he probably won't be as fast. I would suspect that being in prison for 3 to 4 years, how are you doing sprint work? How are you maintaining your speed? He should be a little slower, but damn, he ran like a 4. What did Henry run like a 4.27 or some shit? He was fast as shit. He might run a 4.33 or something. Still fast enough, but he ain't as fast as he used to be. Okay, but if it made sense and the team thought it made sense and we're willing to deal with the blowback, okay. A lot of you guys were crying, talking about you didn't want Shedeur Sanders because of the clown show. It was going to be a clown show. It was going to be a media frenzy. It was going to be all this and that. What do you think is going to happen if Henry Ruggs is back on the Raiders, bro? It's going to be worse. You don't try to tell me that having Henry Ruggs is going to be easier than having Shedeur Sanders, bro. Now, because that you definitely on that powder, bro. Okay? So I'm definitely not here to hate on the kid. But I'm definitely not trying to give up a 53 man roster spot for somebody just to be there so I can say he's back on the team. No. Everybody on the team has to be on the team because we need them to win. I don't care who it is. All right, that's where I'm at with it. I'm done with trying to feel good stories. I'm done with the old, yeah, man, let's give it the old college try, bro. Comes a time, dude, where you can't keep getting back with your ex. Comes a time, bro, where you have to say, you know what, that ship has sailed, bro. No matter what she's talking about, no matter how good it was, how good she cook, how good she do all the other stuff you like. If it's not working, it's not working, bro. I'm not gonna go back, bro. When I never went back to an ex, ever. Okay, never. I might have went over there years later just to go ahead and let her know what it is. But that next day when the phone was ringing, I didn't answer it. Okay. There's no getting back, bro. That's never going to happen again. Like, it's never going to be us as a couple. That's not happening. No matter what you say, it's over. So I'm the same way. But in this case, if Ruggs can come in and there is a legitimate spot for him, where he can come in and Pete and the fellas and all of them, they're like, Ruggs is him and we're willing to take the smoke, and Mark Davis signs off on it, welcome home. But if not, do what Hunter Renfrow did. Go out and go get a job somewhere else, bro. Renfro's gonna ball over there in Kansas City. In Carolina. He's gonna ball. All right. So that's how I feel about it, man. It's not gonna be the emotion is out of it for me, bro. I'm not an emotional fan. I'm not an emotional fan anymore, man, when it comes to this kind of stuff. All right. I need 53 men that are going to get out here and help me win games, bro. I don't need somebody that's standing there looking good on the sidelines, bro. Like, nah, that's not good enough for me anymore, bro. Other teams aren't doing that. When the Kansas City Chiefs brings back players, bro, when they brought back Kareem Hunt, when they brought back Juju Smith-Schuster, when they bring back people, when they brought back Vontez Scandling and all those dudes, they brought them back because they were going to come back and have an opportunity to win. They were going to come back, okay? So that's how I feel about it, bro. I feel that You know, in no way, shape, or form am I hating on Henry Ruggs, but in no way, shape, or form am I here to give out a free roster spot just because. Like, there has to be an opportunity for that. All right. And last but not least, bro, once again, on this channel, we understand that Josh Jacobs is no longer a Raider. We understand that Josh Jacobs said a lot of things, a lot of hurtful things on his way out the door when he went to the Packers about our organization. But another thing I will say is that we've always been pro Josh Jacobs on this channel. We've always said pay that man his money. We always said we would have been better off with him than without him. Okay. Until now that we got Ashton Genty, but look at how long it took for us to get somebody that we can believe in running the football. But with that being said, man, Josh Jacobs is a solid brother, man. Okay. Josh, you watching, bro? I know you seen the show before, bro. You know, when you were on the team, we were one of the only channels on here that were telling everybody, man, go out there and go eat a glizzy because Josh Jacobs needs to be on his football team. You know that. Okay. But what a stand-up brother for him to go around when he doesn't have to, looking out for his little bro, looking out for his little homie and making sure that people are not forgetting Henry Ruggs. Okay. He doesn't have to do that. He's not obligated to do that. He's putting himself out there by saying he's a good person. He's preaching on his character. He's talking to GMs and coaches and he's working it, bro. That's what it is, man. How many of y'all got a friend like that? How many of y'all got a friend like that who run around trying to help you get yourself a job, get yourself back in the mix? Okay, you had a fall, you had a catastrophic situation, and your boy is in position that you wish you was in, but he still cares about you enough to go out and politic for you, bro. Okay, that's dope, man. Salute to Josh Jacobs. Once again, man, you're going to be a Raider regardless. We understand you said some things, but when you're hurt people hurt people. Simple as that, dog. You got hurt by the Raiders and you lashed out. But, dog, what this kid is doing, man, Josh Jacobs is a stand-up brother, man. I know a whole bunch of people who wouldn't do that, okay? Wouldn't even dare to think about what you're doing. You locked up, and he's trying to set you up when you get out, bro. That's how you know you got a real one, man. Josh Jacobs is a real one. And regardless, Henry Ruggs, man, when you get out, and even if you don't get another opportunity to play in the NFL, man, know you had one soldier. Okay, know you had a soldier on your team, bro. Josh Jacobs is a soldier, dog. He out here definitely boots on the ground trying to hook you into some shit. And I have to give him a salute for that, man. I'm telling you, man. I know cats that wouldn't do nothing for me, bro. Okay, and same vice versa. All right, I got an opportunity for you that I know you're perfect for, but since you a piece of shit, there ain't no way in hell I'm mentioning your name. I knew you'd be perfect for this opportunity, bro. But nah, remember that shit you said, man? Remember that shit you said in high school about Shaq? Still stands, dog. With 10th grade to today, same shit. We're keeping it the same. I don't like you. You don't like me. Go find your own opportunity, homie. Okay? So I really, really want to get that out there, man. Salute to Henry Ruggs, man. When you get out, bro, I am a proponent of second chances, but you don't get to determine those second chances. All right? If you go to the worst team in the NFL, dog, and that's the only team that throws you a bone, and they just say you can come out here, man, and you can be in training camp and you can compete, then you need to go out there and to act like it's the final opportunity you got, because it probably will be, bro. If you get out, or when you get out, because I think he's going to get out, bro. I think based on what I'm reading and hearing, he'll be out no later than 2027. It's like they're saying that would be like the latest. But from what I hear, man, he's a trustee. Those of us that either have been behind the wall or who have family. I've never been behind the wall, but I got family and friends who've been there. I have friends that's done Fed time, and I've heard everything I could possibly hear to make sure Shaq is never, ever, ever, ever going to go to prison, bro. Because I got all my boys told me everything that happens, what's popping, what's this, what's that, Fed, state, all that shit. Okay? Any of you get rich quick schemes that y'all got, get rich quick. Leave me alone. Okay? With that being said, I'm hearing that he'll probably get out next year. So August 5th, 2026, bro. Is that enough time for him to be ready for the season next year? I think rosters are already, you're looking at preseasons already kicking off at that point. For him to be, and that means he'd probably have to wait, maybe a practice squad, maybe 2027. By then he'll be 29. So if that's his goal, hopefully he'll get out sooner. Maybe get out, if he can get out, before training camp next year, 2026. Let's say he gets out in February or January or March or something like that. Right now we got voluntaries right now, so if he can get out around this time, he might have an opportunity. But with all that being said, bro, I really want to make this clear, man, how I feel about it. How I feel about it is I only want RUGGS back if RUGGS is going to help us win, bro. Nothing personal. That's with anybody. I don't want anybody on my team that's not going to help me win. I'm tired of people holding clipboards. I'm tired of people being there because it's a PR, a good PR look. I'm sick of that. What I need is dogs. I need dogs out there, bro. We're going to go out there and hit somebody, catch some shit, run through MF's face, in the words of Marshawn Lynch, pin ears back on punts, okay, and kick long-ass field goals. That's all I need, bro, okay, and some gunners out there that's going to tackle somebody when they catch the football. That's it. I'm good. I need dubs, bro. I don't need feel-good stories. I don't need, sensation pieces. I need football players. And I'd rather have a football player who's not as good as Henry Ruggs III, who can help me win, who has a place on that team, than Henry Ruggs not having a place on that team, being more talented. That's just how I feel about it, man. But salute to that brother. I hope you get opportunity to get back in the league. But Josh Jacobs is an absolute dog. That is something you can't teach. You're either that kind of a friend or you're not. Okay? If you're the type of friend where your boy, I don't mean the associate, I don't mean the side homie, I don't mean the dude who, you kind of cool with, he's hitting you 911, dog, texting you 911, dog, and it's late at night, or he's calling you and you don't pick up, and you find out later that you could have been the person that he could have called on, and now he's no longer here to call you no more. You got to lay that down, dog. Okay? I know my real friends can call me any other time of night, but they gonna definitely hear about it. Hey, man, this better be good, dog. What the hell's going on? Shaq, I'm in a situation. All right, dog, where you at? Okay? And Josh Jacobs is him, bro. Josh Jacobs is definitely that. Ruggs got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. He's a friend for real, bro. Because Josh Jacobs don't got to do that. That ain't his job. Ruggs don't got no agent. When Ruggs get out, that's when everybody's going to want to be his agent. That's when everybody's going to want to come out and try to, hey, Henry, we're interested in representing you. But while he's locked up, he don't got no representation, bro. I ain't heard about no Raiders going to go see Ruggs, bro. I haven't heard nobody go see him, dog. That doesn't mean that they haven't, but I haven't heard anything. All right. So let me go ahead and read you guys' questions, man. Let's make sure your bartenders is taken care of, dog. That would be me. And let's see what you guys are talking about, man. All right. Hope you guys got some good things to say about it. Okay. All right, man. Chilling, dog. Weather's a little hit and miss. It's hot, and it's not. It's hot, and not just real weird, bro. Real weird. Okay. All right. Daniel Berry Sports in the house, man. Hey, man. Salute, big dog. Salute. And I see the beer, man, It ain't a beer, but it definitely has a bite to it. All right. Justin saw what's going on. I'm out here parlaying. Blizz, one for the nation. Tony Brown was happening, man. What's good in the hood, man? Everything is cool, bro. Everything is cool, bro. I'm just just parlaying, man. Parlaying, chilling. Like I said before, man, it's March the 1st, man, new month. Every new month we hit is closer to the football season, bro. Okay, Jose Torres in the house. What's happening? What's going on, Big B? I think if possible. Well, I think it's going to be possible because I think he's going to be getting out soon. And like I said before, bro, we're going to find out what they do, bro. Okay, I'm pretty sure, I'm willing to believe that he'll probably be able to, somebody from the Raiders will allow him to come to the facility. I think he'll be talked to at least. I think that he will have a shot to do that. But as far as coming back, man, like I said before, man, I'd rather for him to go somewhere where he's needed. Okay, I'd rather Henry Ruggs III go somewhere where he's actually going to be utilized than to come over here and not get any opportunity. Saying how I felt about Hunter Renfrow. I thought it was a no-brainer to bring in Renfrow and sign him and do what he does. But I thought it was also very good that the Raiders didn't play any games with Hunter Renfrow. They let him know out of courtesy, we're going in another direction, and good luck to you. And he's got a job. He's back in the league. Okay. All right. Big B says he's a good talent. Justin Saw says, I take Henry back. He's a guy that can direct stretch defense, and that's what I wanted to do is draft him. Well, if you haven't noticed, man, we have somebody that stretched the defense by the name of Dante Thornton, okay, out of Baltimore, trying to find out if he's baby cousin or not. He might be related to my wife. They're from the same neighborhood, okay? And he runs a 4.30, and I'm willing to, and he's 6'5". I'm willing to believe that Henry Ruggs isn't faster than him at this point. I think Henry Ruggs ran a 4.29 when he was in a combine. I don't think Henry Ruggs runs a 4.29 now, and Thornton runs a 4.30 now. So stretching the defense, I don't think we're going to have a stretch the defense problem. All right. You said the news media will clown and destroy as always. Get ready. Josh Jacobs says he's training in prison. Yes, I heard that too. Troy's 63 says 2. He says no. Okay, I see ones. Robert Patterson 1. Okay, Hitman 1. Frank Sharp, Tony Diaz, Jose Torres, Martin Navid, Needy, Mark Caspian. All right. Richard Patterson. Give him a chance. He served his time in society. Let the first one without sin be the first to cast no stone. No stone shall be thrown. I agree with that, dog. But you got to understand that, there's still going to be the other side of the coin, bro. I mean, you're gonna actually let Henry Ruggs. I'm looking at it from the other side. You're gonna let Henry Ruggs come back and play for the team in the same city that my daughter is from, and she got unalived in by a player while he was a member of your team, and let him come right back there and catch football passes and have that in our face all, I mean, you got to look at it from both sides, bro. I mean, like I said, always prayers and concerns and love go to the family of the young lady, because they have to live with that for the rest of their lives. But with that being said, if he's coming back to feel a need, he has this is the United States. She has a right. Oh, and if they allow him to come back, he's on parole, and his correctional. I mean, his probation officer, his PO. They allow him, and the courts allow him to pursue that, because you probably have to go to a halfway house first, and there's a lot of things that are going to probably have to happen before he's not just going to get out on the street and then play football the next day. But if all that can go down and the Raiders are willing to take the smoke, and there's a position for him, I'm with it. Because I'm not going to be the one that's taking the smoke. It's going to be the Raider organization that's going to be taking the smoke. Oh, they're going to be all over that. Okay. So, yeah, we'll see what's going on. Maybe a year, maybe a little more. Tony Brown says he's going to Cleveland with Standards and watch them blow up together. I'm willing. I am definitely in the ideology that Shedeur Sanders is going to get even with so many people, bro. Like, this is just turning into that type of a movie, bro. This is a movie. It's turning into the movie, man, where the person everybody least expects to do something winds up doing something incredible. That's what life is about. But if you didn't hear today, man, it's already better for your boy Shedeur, bro. Like, every day it just gets better for Shedeur Sanders. I keep trying to tell you, man, Don't mess with people who ain't messing with you, bro. Even if you don't like them, stay out of their way, bro. You don't know what's going on. You don't know whose hands are on him, bro. You don't know whether or not he's anointed. He's coming from the skies. You don't know if he's got the plugs. Stay your ass out of other people's business, bro. Because guess what? You wind up looking like Jax Ulbrich. You're the one that winds up paying a $350,000 fine because your son is stupid, getting in other people's business. All right. With that being said, Kenny Pickett, because it's so funny when all these people claim they know what the league is going to do. Shedeur Sanders is going to be a camp body. He's going to be cut before the beginning of the season and all of that. Kenny Pickett's 5th-year option just got revoked from the Cleveland Browns. He was supposed to get a $22 million bag, so they're not extending his contract, which makes him what? A free agent. Kenny Pickett gone. Kenny Pickett lost an opportunity with the Browns before Shedeur did. So it's already... Now the Browns can bring him back, but Kenny Pickett can go somewhere else and get a bag. And if I was Kenny Pickett, I wouldn't go nowhere near the Browns. I'd go somewhere else. All right? But Kenny Pickett, they didn't pick up his 5th-year option, bro. So guess what? He's not in camp. So Shedeur is no longer on the team with Kenny Pickett. All right? They kept Shedeur over Kenny Pickett. I mean, this gets better and better, bro. I love it, man. It's beautiful. I keep trying to tell you, keep messing around with Shedeur Sanders, dog. It's going to keep biting you in the ass. All right? Richard Patterson said, sign him all day. Once a Raider, always a Raider. Hey, man, there's a whole bunch of former Raiders I don't want. Okay? I don't, you know, once a Raider, always a Raider doesn't mean come back. Be a Raider over there. Don't be a Raider over here. Okay? Ain't no once a Raider, always a Raider means you got to come back and suit up. I ain't with that one. Yes, once a Raider, always a Raider, but that doesn't mean you get an opportunity back with us again. Nah. Just be a Raider over there. That's all. Huh? Be a Raider over there, bro. Okay? Come to the alumni, man. Go, well, light the Al Davis Memorial torch during the home games, bro. That don't mean I want you back suited up. Okay? Ain't no once a Raider, always a Raider mean you get a job. Nah. You had a job. Okay? Duck and Nuck says 2. FBA says no. Derek Coleman says 1. Justin Saw says 1. Damian DeHaver says, honestly, if the parents of the victims forgive him, then I'm okay with it. Well, okay, well, let me ask you this. Have you heard the parents of the victims say, okay, forgive him yet? I'll wait. See, these are the type of things you're talking about. Have they forgiven him yet? It's been 3 years, bro. It's been longer than that. 2021, November. It's been almost 5 years. Do you know it's been almost 5 years since that car accident? November 2021, dog. Well, it's been 4, excuse me. 4 years. Have they forgiven him yet? Have you heard a statement from that young lady's family saying that they forgive Henry Ruggs? I haven't heard it. How long does it take to forgive somebody? I don't know if that forgiveness is coming. Mike heard in the house what's going on. FBI, when you get a chance as a black man to make the type of money, you don't second chances. He deleted a woman and a dog. Like I said before, bro, he's not the first person to do that. Henry Ruggs is not the first person to do that in return. I just told you Dante Stallworth did the same thing. Dante Stallworth did the same thing. Okay? And he did it with a pedestrian. Somebody who was just walking on the side of the road. He just ran him over, dog. Okay? Guess what? He didn't serve any time. He got time served, probation, and guess what he was doing? I think he went to the Cardinals and was out there lining up the next season, bro. So let's not act like this is unprecedented, because it isn't. Okay? The NFL have had unalivers suiting up. All right? Convicted felons of heinous and substantial crimes lining up. Okay? Nothing new. Henry Ruggs would not be the first. All right. Big B. It was Herm Edwards that used to talk to the rookies before they entered the league. They used to have a rookie symposium. I think they still have that rookie symposium. That rookie symposium, man, they actually had One year, they had a couple of call girls come in there, bro. I forgot what year it was, man. Maybe some of you guys could look it up. I think it was back in the early 2000s that they actually, at the symposium, they actually had some shooby doobies that were in there that was spitting at the girls. I mean, the girls were spitting at them and they were, flirting with them, and these dudes was getting numbers and all of that. And then when they all sat down, they started the symposium, and they said, hey, we got a little surprise for you, got a little special guest. And them same girls came out, and all the fellas was like, oh, and they were like, hi, how y'all doing? We're here to talk to you guys about making sure y'all don't stick your situations in the wrong spot. And these dudes were looking crazy. Some of y'all already are messing up already. So I forgot what year that was, and there was a big old brouhaha about it, and they stopped doing it. I'm like, that's perfect. Okay, you ain't that cute, dog, for somebody like that to walk up to you and start just throwing it at you, dog, at the hotel symposium in the lobby. But they did that. But yeah, I think Herm Edwards was one of those people that did that. Okay, Chris Leonard was going on. Always good to see you too, Richard Patterson. Take the heat, Raiders. We were built on second chances. I don't know about taking the heat, bro. It all depends. The Raiders are not the same Raiders. Okay. You don't have somebody who unequivocally didn't give a rat's ass about the league, the media, or anything else running the Raiders. Okay, he hasn't been running this football team since 2011. You are now a corporate team. The Raiders are like any other football team in the league now. We're the seventh most valuable team in the league. All right, we're worth about 5.8 billion now, maybe more than that. Okay, we had the biggest Super Bowl audience in the history of the NFL. Okay, in our stadium. All right, and the money's too large now just to do stuff just to look for a look. That's a look. What you're saying, it's a look. We're built on second chances. Man, we're not built on second chances when it comes to a bag, bruh. Now, I don't think that the new investors and Brady, you think Brady wants to be attached to something like that? These are the people that you guys wanted. Y'all wanted Brady to be a part of the team. Now we're Wonder Bread now, dog. Okay, we're a Wonder Bread football team now. Organization. All right, straight up. All right, we are not crack wheat anymore. All right, okay. We're not the government issued government cheese anymore, dog. We're Sargento, okay, you know what I'm saying? We're Tillamook, all right. We're that cheese that you're looking at and you're like, damn, cheese is $7 for 12 slices. That's us now. We're no longer the cheese food that says Kroger on it. We're not that anymore. So all these it's tradition and all of that. Tradition only works as far as the bag. All right. Yeah, go tell that to Dante Stallworth. Facts. Bushido Brown in the house. Vinny Johnson. Hopefully he can, and his family has forgiving heart. I think that would go a long way for him coming back to the Raiders if the family was to put their arms around him. I don't know what that situation is. I haven't heard anything. I'm willing to believe. I mean, like I said, I don't know Henry Ruggs, but I'm willing to believe him coming from a Southern family and his upbringing, that he probably has reached out to the family and probably has tried to make amends with the family. But that's a big thing to forgive, dog. That's a huge thing to forgive. And the thing that over here, Matthew Shack Unfiltered, we don't care about what everybody else cares about. We only care about what we care about. And I'm telling you, man, I care about that young lady. I do. I'm not gonna poo-poo that off, dog, over no football, because you're not gonna win anything anyway. If you want to just be, just want to be heinous about it and just act like that young lady's life didn't mean anything, and that dog too, you don't deserve to win anything, and I don't think karma's gonna let you win anything. All right, so I think that the football powers that be in Las Vegas, if the family was to come out and say, we forgive Henry, we understand, and we're behind him, that would bode a lot. But let's say it isn't. Let's say they're very much against it. Let's say that they don't want to see him play in the city again. Now what? We're supposed to do it anyway for a look? No, I don't think that that's going to work. I don't think that the corporate sponsors would like that. Okay. And if you haven't noticed, those sponsors are way more important than Raider Nation. I'm telling you that now. That's why they keep making money and we don't get any wins. All right. Okay. Chris Leonard, second chance. Hell, he had his chance. Does the victim and her pup get another chance at life? No, they do not. That's definitive. That's definitive. Okay. But just because you committed a crime doesn't mean that you don't deserve an opportunity to make a living. But that doesn't mean you get to pick whatever vocation that you want to pick. All right. Everybody deserves in this country to be able to go out and earn a living, bro. Okay. Whether you have done a, first degree, first degree, second degree, man S, you know what I'm saying? Or anything else. Okay. So you deserve an opportunity, but that doesn't mean you get to come back to your corporate job and come back and do what you used to do. You may have to go out there and dig ditches, bro, for a living. Okay. Everybody deserves an opportunity, man. So I'm just saying with our team, there's a lot more to it. It would be easier for him to go to another team, to be honest. A lot easier because he doesn't have that city and that memory and that the crime committed, because it was a crime. As much as y'all want to, just act like it was an unfortunate accident, it was, but it still was a convicted situation. This is a man who has a conviction on his record for that. I think it's a lot harder for him to be in Vegas than for him to be in Tennessee, in New Orleans. I mean, if he's from Alabama, it'd probably be easy for him to go to a team like Jacksonville, Tampa, North Carolina, Atlanta, those teams, they're real close. Okay. Houston. Yeah, you Dallas. You're in the South. As long as you're in the South and you're in that Bible Belt, you might be able to let you come over there and do something. All right. But I don't think Vegas, I don't know, man. All right. But that family would have a lot. Richard Patterson, what you say about the social climate is correct. Yeah, man, you got to understand that, dog. I mean, remember when Michael Vick came back? You thought those people were just out there just picketing just to picket? Man, they were acting a fool, bro. And did Michael Vick go back to Atlanta, or did he have to go to the Eagles? Michael Vick didn't go back to the team that he went to. Dante Stallworth didn't go back to the team that he was with Pittsburgh when his situation happened. He wound up going to the Cardinals. So I think if history serves to be correct, it would be best for him to go to another team. Sam Tanker, what's going on? My answer is no. The family of deceased will never forget. And that's their right, bro. If they don't want to forgive him, they don't have to. It just goes to a lot of people want to give passes for youth and mistakes. Like they talk about this situation with Jax Ulbrich, who is Jeff Ulbrich's son, 21-year-old son, who made the prank call. And they said, oh, man, he's 21 years old, man. Get over it, bro. Everybody makes mistakes. We were all young and all of that. All of that's facts. But also, bro, you got to pay for it. And, all that's correct, but there is a price to pay. The price to pay for your son being boys will be boys. It's a prank. It's this and that. Is $350,000. That's the price of a joke. Now just pay, bro, and shut up. Shut your greasy ass mouth up and pay. Oh, you don't want to pay. You just want it just to stand? Nah, that's the price of the joke. You did the joke. You did the prank call. You got the laugh. You posted it. You did all of that. Now the bill comes. Would that be, or do you want to use MasterCard, Discover, Visa? We don't accept American Express, homie. You got to pay now, bruh. You don't get to party and drink and pop bottles with models and not pay. So Henry Ruggs has to pay. And not only does he have to pay in the court of law and in the criminal facility, he still has to pay in the court of public opinion. You still got to deal with the public now. Now you're out. Now you got to deal with that. It's never going away, bro. It's never going away. Okay? Once that happens, that's what it is. And hopefully you'll be able to deal with it. All right? Justin Saul, you already know the NFL will make a fool out of Henry Ruggs. I don't know if they'll make a fool out of him. I just know if he comes to the Raiders, it's going to definitely be turned up. Okay? It's going to be a lot harder for him to come back to the Raiders, dog, to do that. Okay? But if y'all just think this is just a football decision, it isn't. But if the Raiders were willing to deal with all that and they say he can help the team win, I'm with it. Because that's pretty much all I have on it. My skin in the game is wins and losses. My skin in the game isn't all this other stuff. Feel-good stories and second chance looks and all of that. Nah, dog. I need to win. That's all I care about now, man. I am very, very much one focus-driven fan. I only care about winning, bro. I don't care about none of the other stuff that all y'all care about. I don't care about none of that other shit. Win, dubs, that's it. That's all I care about, bro. I need my wins, and that's it. I get my wins, I get everything I want. You win me 17 consecutive games during the season. You win me 2 playoff games, and you win me a Super Bowl, and I go 20-0. Then we could talk about all the stuff you're talking about. But until then, I don't care about that other shit. I don't. Richard Patterson, man, Ruggs need to make peace with the family. I think it makes sense on the grass. I'm willing to believe that he has reached out to the family. I'm willing to believe that the kid did that. I think he's that type of a person. Okay? But they have no obligation to talk to Ruggs. They don't owe Ruggs a conversation. They don't owe him an answered phone call or answered letter. They don't owe him nothing. It would be them doing it. I don't say that they're wrong for not talking to him, but if they were to talk to them, and I would be with it. But whatever that family wants to do is, I don't have a problem with. I don't. That's their right. People don't respect other people because it benefits you. It benefits the Raiders to have Henry Ruggs come back to the Raiders if he's going to be an asset. It benefits us. But does it benefit the family who lost their daughter? The daughter was 21 years old. Like, people don't want to talk about her. They want to talk about Ruggs, but they don't want to talk about the young lady. The young lady was working her way through school. She didn't come from a family with money. She was on her way home from working at Target overnight. She was going home. She had her picked her dog up. She was heading home, sitting at a stoplight, minding her business, dog. Okay? Minding her business. Next thing you know, flames in the car, and she didn't get out. Straight up. That's what happened, bro. Whether people want to talk about it or not. That lady was in a flame car and didn't get out. Just imagine what was happening inside. So family don't owe Henry Ruggs a conversation, nor do they owe him his support. Now, if they choose to do that, I'm with it. But if they choose not to, hey, I don't have a problem with them. They didn't do anything wrong. All right. Okay. Seth Feinberg said, Finberg says, Ruggs will have to do some major PR to prevent drunk driving and driving at 155 miles an hour. According to this, it was 156. That's crazy, man, on a public street, bro. We've all speeded and we've all driven. I've never driven 155 on a regular street, bro. I mean, I don't know I don't understand, man. I don't know. Maybe one day he'll speak on it. Maybe one day he'll write a book or something, man. But what was the reason to go 156 miles an hour with your daughter's mother was also in the car, bro? Like, what were you thinking, dog? Like, if you were in the car by yourself, that's one thing. You could have made your daughter an orphan like that. Like, I don't understand the mode of thinking. Yeah, he made a mistake. I get it. But what was his mindset, bro? What were you thinking, bro? Why are you driving 156 with your baby mama in the car, your daughter's mother in the car with you? And according to her testimony, she was telling him to slow down. I know she was. I know my wife would have been telling me, let me out. Pull over now and let me out. I know what my wife would have said, bro. Okay? I know what she would have said. Let me out this car. You want to unalive yourself? Go ahead, but I'm gonna be here for my son. So I don't know what he was thinking, bro. But hey, he hasn't spoken on it in a public forum. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Isaac said, Richard Peterson, he's a young man, hasn't lost his football skills. He could do it. I already said I'm with him pursuing his football. That doesn't mean he has to come back to the Raiders. There's 32 professional football teams. Okay? He can go to another team. He doesn't have to play for us to resume his career. He don't. Hunter Renfrow just did it. Hunter Renfrow just regained himself back into the National Football League, but he didn't do it with us, did he? Salute to Hunter Renfrow. Salute to him. Ruggs doesn't have to come back to the Raiders. I would advise him not to. If I was his father or if I was his uncle, and he asked me, I would tell him, man, don't even try to go back to the Raiders. It's going to be too much, bro. It's too much to deal with. Okay? Go back and play for somebody else. That's what I would do. I'd say, man, go resume your career elsewhere. And when he gets out, he's going to have a lot of people. Like I said, Josh Jacobs is a real one, man. Josh Jacobs is going to walk him through this entire process, bro. Josh Jacobs is not ashamed to say that's my friend. Josh Jacobs is not ashamed to go up to a general manager and say, hey, man, my boy Henry is interested in his career. Would you give him a shot? That dude is out there politicking, bro. That's a real one, bro. I mean, damn. Josh Jacobs don't get enough credit for what he's doing, bro. Because he's not on the Raiders anymore. So, y'all just want to, talk about that. But end of the day, man, if he was to come back to the Raiders, let's just say hypothetically, if Henry Ruggs was able to come back to the Raiders, Josh Jacobs would be very instrumental in that happening. He just went on Max Crosby's podcast to do that. Who's the most popular and greatest Raider on the franchise right now? Who's the face of the Raiders franchise right now? Max Crosby. You went to the most powerful Raider, did a podcast, and you mentioned the homie. I mean, they don't make them like that no more, dog. They don't. I know cats my whole life that I've grew up with my whole life that wouldn't even co-sign me, on any damn thing. Yo, man, I heard Shaq's over here trying to get a beef rib plate. Oh, man, don't hook Shaq up with nothing, man. Shaq they be trying to hate on me to get me an extra piece of chicken, bro. They try to stop me from getting a other piece of cornbread or some macaroni and cheese. They stop me from getting that. Okay, so end of the day, man, Josh Jacobs is a real one for what he's doing, bro. Salute to Josh Jacobs. Somebody said Hunter Renfrow's back. Wish that dude the best. Hunter Renfrow signed with the Charlotte Panthers. Okay, he's with the Panthers. Okay? Carolina Panthers in Charlotte. Okay? And that's good because Hunter Renfrow's from South Cackalack. He's from South Carolina, and for both states, the Carolina Panthers represent North and South Carolina. That's why they're called the Carolina Panthers and not the North Carolina Panthers. They are the football team for both states. Okay? Carolina, period. All right, straight up. What's new ain't true. Give a brother a chance. Okay, Smoking Pots, a lot of good work so far this week, Shaq. Hey, man, that's what we're going to be doing, bro. We're turning up the volume, dog. We're turning up the volume, man. We're going to, we got goals. We got goals and aspirations, Pots. We got things we're going to be accomplishing. All right. Comes a time, man, where you gotta turn the volume up, bro. Turn the heat up. All right. Time to turn the heat up. Justin Saw said Art Shell did not do well. No, he did not. Not the second time, but the first time he got fired prematurely. Art Shell was when he was coaching the Raiders the first time. Art Shell got Coach of the Year when he was coaching the Raiders in Los Angeles. How many coaches of the year have the Raiders had? You go look that up and you find out what Raider coaches won Coach of the Year. Find it. It's not long, bro. You definitely have more fingers on more fingers than you have Raider coaches that won that award. You probably can hold up 3 of them, and 3 of them wouldn't even be able to be on all your fingers, bro. All right. Vin said, Rex got too much bad energy behind his name. That lady and her dog. I can't read what you just said, but beat up. I live in Vegas, and we don't want RUGGS. Like I said before, man, There's a lot of bad press that the Raiders are going to go through, and I don't think that the Raiders want to put their uh, themselves in that position. And you can't, if somebody doesn't want to stand next to you, man, because you're radioactive, dog, they don't want to stand next to you, man. As simple as that, bro. Some people can live next to a prison, and some people can't. All right. I remember, man, one guy that I was friends with back in college. I'm no longer friends with him now, man, because he later on down the line he showed me who he really was, and I believed him. But back at that time, that was my homie, and his father was extremely wealthy, and we went up to Folsom. Okay. He said his father lived in Sacramento. We can go to his father's house. Okay. His father had dope old schools in his house and all of that, dog. All I know is I rode up with him up to his dad's house, bro, and I saw a sign that said Folsom Prison, next exit. And I was like, oh, damn, Folsom Prison's up here, dog. He didn't say nothing. He got off the exit. I'm like, why are we getting off the exit, bro? He said, oh, my father lives over here. I said, I thought you said your father was rich. My father is rich, but he lives over here. Got to the dude's house, man. House big as shit, big ass mansion, all of that, dog. But guess what? Guess what I could see from the balcony? Folsom Prison right there, bro. I'm like, damn. All somebody has to do is hop the fence and run a couple of blocks and they're at your house. He's like, yeah, man, but my father got a good deal on the land. I'm like, hey, I couldn't live over here, dog. Probably be too many people trying to jump the fence to come over and visit Shaq. I got some homies that are in there. Okay? So some people don't have no problem living next to no prison, dog. He didn't care that the prison was in the background. All he cared about was that 8 acres that he lived on. Okay? It is what it is. All right, Richard Patterson, man. Appreciate that, man. Okay. Pogo said nobody speaks on how the victim's car engine had to recall problems could have played a role in the outcome. Well, man, I mean, like I said before, when you're critical about somebody that people have affinity for, people start trying to label you to be a hater. But the facts are the facts, man. Whether or not that was the case, the lady didn't hit herself with a 156 mile an hour car, whether her engine problems or not. Okay. She didn't have a problem until somebody rammed her going 156 miles an hour. At the end of the day. All right. Somebody's not driving 156. The girl gets home. Okay. It is what it is. All right. Okay. Big B says, he's eager to prove himself. I believe that. Sure. Let me see this here. I can't read it. Oh, Shanice Long. What's up, Shanice? Smoking pots. Casey didn't want Dwayne Bowe and was only a nickel bag. I was sick about it. Like I said, man, the NFL does have contracts, and they do have something called character clauses. All pro teams have a character clause. If they feel that you're doing something, a lot of times when you hear people being suspended for conduct detrimental to the team, it goes against the character clause. And a lot of that gives the team a lot of latitude. You could be suspended with conduct detrimental to the team because you did like Antonio Brown calling Mike Mayock a cracker. They said that was conduct detrimental to the team, or it could be something even more heinous than that. So doing what RUGGS did was definitely conduct detrimental to the team, and they waived him as soon as he was charged. He was waived. Has not been a Raider since he was charged. And I haven't heard anything about the Raiders helping him out with his legal fees or anything. I haven't heard none about that. It is what it is. FBA clowns how people deflect from the fact the lady lost her life. Well, you got to understand, man, some people don't care about other people. They only care about themselves, bro. I mean, that's just the nature of people. You got some people that are selfless, some people that'll give the shirt off their back for people, and there's some people that wouldn't spit on you if it would save your life. They'll just let you just freeze to death. Your family, you got your 2-year-old daughter on the side of the road, and all you need somebody to do is to use somebody's cell phone because your cell phone's dead, and they'll just drive past you, bro. Like there's a lot of evil in the world, bro. And there's a lot of people who don't give a damn about other folks. But that's why it's very important, bro. It's very important for you to don't do everybody dirty. It's always very important for you to treat people the way you need to be treated, like your grandmother told you, and now you're grown and you don't think it applies to you until you're in trouble. Then you want somebody to help your raggedy ass. Always treat the people that love you the right way, so when you need somebody, they come to your aid. Okay? But like I know people that's burnt bridges with so many people, bro. They on their own, dog. It don't matter. It don't matter, dog. I wouldn't even throw a quarter to your ass at the 7-Eleven, bro, the quick way. You good. You good, homie. Remember all that shit you said, bro. Yeah, man. Okay. Yeah, I really can go in here and buy you a burrito and throw it in the microwave, dog. That would be the least I could do for you, man. We've known each other forever. But due to the fact that you are who you are and who I am, I think that's not my problem, bro. No, I don't. I have $1, but it ain't yours. Okay. You already know Justin Saab. Okay. Black Steel. Oh, the pivot is Ryan Clark. I'm sorry. My bad. I keep thinking of the rush and the pivot. You're right. It isn't Max Crosby show. It's the pivot. Okay, you're right. Forgot about that. Thank you, man. Yeah, I did mistakenly said Max. Absolutely. Thanks for correcting me on that. Okay, absolutely. I don't know why I was thinking pivot. Okay. All right. You're right. Sorry about that, man. You're absolutely correct. My take on the Eagles draft. I thought the Eagles had probably the best draft out of everybody. I don't know why was I thinking the rush, not pivot. Damn it. All right. Good to remember. All right. I think the Eagles had the second best draft out of everybody. I didn't see the interview. I just read about it. I think that the Eagles had the second best draft out of everybody. Second or first. I think it's out of the Raiders and the Eagles. I really thought initially the Eagles had the best draft. Because if you look at what the Eagles did, man, and who they picked up, bro, they just made themselves even better, bro. The Eagles have been drafting so well. And everybody that's a star in their team that's not named A.J. Brown and who's not named, A.J. Brown and not named Saquon Barkley was balling. Okay? Devontae Smith and Jalen Carter and all. They just got better, bro. They just got better. All right. Shanice said, self-care. Beautiful. Yeah, you got to take care of yourself. All right. Dr. Philgood, no way am I surprised that the NFL will let him back. Oh, yeah, man. As long as you can play, you can be in the league. Team sports are like that. If you can still produce, you can be in the league, man, regardless. As soon as you can't produce, you're out. Dr. Philgood, 2 lives was lost. That would be a big slap in the face to the victim's family. Jesse said he's a dog. Should have paid him. Yeah, Josh Jacobs is definitely that. When the Chiefs and Raiders week would come around, Josh Jacobs used to keep me up at night. That was around the time I found Shaq's channel before they traded him. Well, man, it looks like, Potts, you're going to be having sleepless nights again, man, because we have a younger version of Josh Jacobs. You slept really good last year, Potts, man, when you had 1 yard Zeus, 2 yard Zeus, no yard Zeus. We have the Silver Surfer now, dog. So now you might have to, you might need to get you some no-dos, dog, because you're going to be up anyway. All right? Might as well stay up. Black Steel, Rams rookie Leonard Little. Oh, I remember Leonard Little. Unalived a woman in 98 while drunk. He received 90 days probation, worked 4 years probation, and 1,000 community service. Went on to have a good career, won a Super Bowl. I believe second chances. Punishment of 50 crime. I just don't think it should be with the Raiders. I would agree with that. DeMarcus Webb, Carr has kept in touch with RUGGS too. Are you surprised? Are we really surprised that Derek Carr has been keeping in contact with Henry RUGGS? Like, that's something that's funny to me about our fan base, man. They really, really go out of their way to shit on DC, man, and DC just does everything that he's supposed to do, bro. Like, so what? He wasn't that great of a quarterback, man, but that man does stuff that guys who are better than him wouldn't even do. Look at Aaron Rodgers. You talk about somebody's character. We all know Derek Carr is not even in the same hemisphere as Discount Double Check. We know that. Okay? If you're talking about hemispheres in regards to quarterback play in the National Football League, Aaron Rodgers is in the northern hemisphere, and Derek Carr is in Australia, but no, he's not even in Australia. His ass is at the South Pole. He's way down there, bro, in comparison. But when it comes to character guys and somebody who has the proper character, DC is in the northern hemisphere, and Aaron Rodgers ain't even on the map. Aaron Rodgers definitely does not have any type of great personality traits. You know, first ballot Hall of Fame football player, Super Bowl champion, you know, 4-time league MVP. But as a friend, man, Aaron Rodgers might clap your girl, man, while you sleep. You giving him a place to stay on the couch. He come on, next thing you know, he find him on the couch with your girl, dog. Like, he's that type of cat, man, allegedly, when it comes to his, you know, when it comes to his personality. Okay, I'm just trying to say, man, don't be, you know, hey, don't be mad, bro. Just say, hey, all right, you like that? Oh, was it good? Okay, it's all good. All right, man, I'm gonna go back to bed. Don't get mad, dog. Don't get mad. Okay, 6'5" with a 4.3 is crazy. Yes, salute from ATL. Mark Goodrich. Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT. The GOAT of what? The only thing Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT of the Kansas City Chiefs football team. He's the greatest quarterback in the history of the Kansas City Chiefs. That's it. Nothing else. He's not the GOAT of anything else. He's not the GOAT of anything else, bro. When it comes to the Kansas City Chiefs football team, Patrick Mahomes is number 1. Len Dawson is number 2. He's not the GOAT of anything else other than that. Okay, he might be the GOAT of his household. I don't know. Maybe Brittany's the GOAT. I think Brittany's the GOAT of the household, to be honest. She looked like she runs shit. But outside of that, he's not the GOAT of anything else. So if you're talking about the Kansas City Chiefs, I agree. But anything that's not that, you need to go talk to the dude that beat him in the Super Bowl, that played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by the name of Tom Brady. Go talk to Tom Brady, because when the opportunity came for him to take down the GOAT, he failed. So I don't know how you the GOAT when you lost to the GOAT. I don't know where they do that at, bro. I don't get it. But hey, okay, move around. Tragedy turned time, man, her family can forgive him, but most likely they wouldn't want to in RUGGS in Vegas. The family hasn't spoken, bro. All right, smoking pots. Look at how Coach Rashee Rice came to this kid's kind of discussion. I mean, yeah, man, Rashee Rice is lucky, bro. He's very fortunate that he didn't, I mean, who was another person that's in the league right now that had a vehicular unalive. His name is Jalen Carter. Don't y'all remember that he had that, was racing that, and the guy that was in the car, that was the, I think he was the trainer or somebody, passed away in an accident, and he's in the league. So let's not act like somebody isn't in the NFL right now who just won a Super Bowl. Okay? So I forgot about Jalen Carter. He did it too. All right, tragedy turned crime. RUGGS should have a second chance in Green Bay. Where's Bud Jacobs? Okay? They both should be here. All right. Love RUGGS, but as far as a comeback at this time, I don't think it'd be best interest of the team. And I don't think it would be either. But like I said before, if the team is willing to bite the bullet and they're willing to take the slings and arrows, then that's what it is. Okay? Brother Tripe, what's going on? Not one immune from effing up. It'd be good to see RUGGS resume his career. I want him to resume his career, but will he resume his career in silver and black? I would advise that not to happen. We don't need that kind of smoke. Tyron said everybody deserves a chance. With that being said, Henry RUGGS been in jail. Jack's daddy been eating that one. Oh yeah, man. Jack's daddy's paying all that $350. All these people think, oh, it was only $100,000 fine. No. The Falcons are not going to pay the $250, bro. They're not going to pay it. They're going to take it out of his salary, man. Okay. And just to let you guys know, y'all really thought that Jack's Ulbricht's dad, Jeff Ulbricht, was making a lot of money. He's getting paid $1.6 million a year to be the defensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons, and his son just cost him 350 bands. Do the math, bro. That is a good chunk of money, bro. That's a good 30, 35, 40% of a check that your dumbass, stupid ass, cackling ass son cost you, bro. And he doesn't have the cachet to go out and get it. Jax Ulbricht, you know what you need to do? You need to go out there and put you a rap album out, bro, and go on tour and pay your daddy back. Hope you can rhyme, because you can't play football. That ain't gonna work. All right? Okay, I don't know where you're gonna get it from, dog. All right? You might want to get out there, man, and get on a mail review, man, and get on one of them mail review strip shows and try to see if you could pull a thong out for a couple of dollars for some old ass blue-haired ladies could throw some money in your little side of your little underwears so you could pay back your pops. You owe your pops 350 bands. That's it. How funny is it now? Okay, it's super funny. Now you gotta pay. Like I said before, bro, you didn't know ordering those Louis the 13th shots go for $1,200 a shot, and you took like 35 of them. So hey, it is what it is. Pay on the way out, homie. Okay, you gotta pay to be funny, dog. Simple as that. All right, Serial Branch, me too. Ruggs seem to be solid. Ruggs is a carpet eating machine. He is. Okay, all right. Okay, 156 Potts. That is the official speed that he was going. And how do I know that that's official? Is because those police officers could look at the skid marks. Because he did try to brake, and they can see based on the accident and the skid marks, they can do the math. It's just basic geometry. Okay, the car weighs this much. The skid mark started here. It ended here. How fast was he going for it to go 100-foot skid mark, or 200 feet, or 300 feet? 156. Basic math, bro. Cosine X. Okay? That's all you got to do. 156. All right? Plus, a lot of these cars got black boxes on them. Henry Ruggs wasn't driving a bucket. He wasn't driving a 92 Yuga. Okay? He was driving a ZL1 or whatever Corvette that was brand new. So they be having black boxes on them, dog. What was the last speed? 156. Wow. When it started braking, 156. Especially if you have brake assist. These cars got brake assist. My wife's got a 2025 brand new, fully loaded, and I'm driving her car, bro. Her car is braking for me, bro. Her car is adjusting. I hate that shit. I'm driving and a car pulls up and the car adjusts. I'm like, whoa. She's like, oh, that's the car adjust. That's the car. I'm like, oh, shit, take this shit off. I don't need this car to correct me and shit. Okay? Now I'm used to it. But come on, man. Henry Ruggs' car, bro, it definitely had a damn box in it to say he was going 156 when he started braking. I mean, come on. All right, so give him another chance. All right. Vital Industry says CTE. All right, Whittington Thomas, what's happening? Smoking on this knuckle sandwich express bar. That's what it is, dog. You know, I'm over here finishing up. All right. So yeah, man. Also, you guys, I gotta let you guys know I ain't gonna be on here much longer. Okay, wife is going to the Beyonce concert tonight, man. Her and her girls. So they about to come over here, and they about to be out. So hey, man, I'm about to go in the house and grab my son and go get some food. But she gonna be at Beyonce concert tonight. It's on the popping, all right? And that's good. Because Whittington Thomas, when it's time for us to go to the Raiders versus Dallas Cowboy game this year, I'll be in Vegas with you Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and flying home Monday. So it is perfect for me, bro. Go ahead, go to Beyonce. It's all good. Okay. Rain Man, he's not out of jail now. Next year. Brother Tito, what's going on? What's happening? Okay. All right. Okay, yeah, she definitely didn't plan on that. Come on, man. They said, and I don't even want to get morbid with it, Tito. You're a daughter. You have daughters. A lot of you guys out there, y'all have daughters. I don't have a daughter, but I have a whole bunch of nieces. I have goddaughters and stuff, dog. Like, the way that they said that they ended up, she was holding the dog, bro. Like, when I don't even want to get into it, but a lot of y'all don't care unless it hits your door. Okay, all right. When the Grim Reaper shows up at your crib, you want us to feel bad for you, dog. Nah, I ain't gonna feel no bad, man. Grim Reaper come to knock on your doorstep. You gotta deal with him like everybody else, bro. It is what it is. Y'all don't care about that young lady. Y'all say, hey, man, it is what it is. He can help us win, and you don't care about all of that. Okay. Can nobody avoid the Grim Reaper? When he ding-dongs your door, he ding-dongs your shit. You don't even have to answer. He just walks through. Simple as that. All All right. Okay, Black Steel. Yes, we drafted him 6. Yes. Give the brother a chance. All right. Okay. Yeah, the boy that cried wolf got found out. I always help people unless I feel I'm in danger. Well, you're a rare breed. How many people help folks without getting nothing out of it? That's the key. That's the key, man. Do you help people and don't get nothing back, nothing out of it? I'll tell you, man. I'm gonna give you a perfect example of somebody trying to help somebody to get some shit. There was there's a guy who I know. I've known for a long time back at the crib, back in the Bay, Tito, because you know how Bay is. Bay is all about being a hustler. So he knew a dude who was looking for somebody to help him do some stuff in the industry, in the entertainment industry, trying to, set him up with an opportunity for his daughter. His daughter was a rapper, and they know that I know a lot of people, and he was like, yo, man, my boy, I told my boy about you or whatever, man. I'm gonna plug you in with my boy, and his daughter, that's my little niece, and you know how people playing the play niece type stuff, Tito, that oh, it's my niece and all that. Come to find it ain't really his niece, but play niece or whatever. And she was dope. She was dope. And so I plugged them in with some people, and there was gonna be some pops an opportunity for her to get a deal and all of that. And why did this nigga come back talking about, oh, I heard about what's going on with all of that, so I should be getting a check, huh? So what? Oh, man, man, if it wasn't for me, bro, you wouldn't have known her in the first place, dog. I mean, shoot, man, you need to throw me a little something, dog. And I'm like this. I'm like, well, how come you didn't say that from the beginning, bro? How come you didn't say you wanted a finder's fee from the beginning? How come you didn't say, yo, man, if anything pans out, man, can you throw me some loot, I mean, how come you say it now? How come you waited until the whole situation, months later, now all of a sudden you want to inject yourself into some situation? And you know what, bro? I threw him some money. I said, I'm going to throw you a little something, dog. But in my mind, I was like, I'm done with you, dog. Don't ever come to me with an opportunity again, because you came over here. It wasn't really about you. You were saying you were trying to hook your niece up with an opportunity. I made it happen, and her dad made it happen, and her talent made it happen. And just because you made a funky ass phone call, you wanted in on the deal. Okay? Should have said that from the beginning, bruh. And if anything, why did I have to be the person to break you off? He didn't go to his people. See, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about, Tito. You know what I'm saying, dog. You didn't go to your people and get some money from them because you didn't want to make it look like you were squeezing them. You came to me, the person who made the deal happen, and tried to squeeze me for some cheese. Okay, cool. All right, you a rat. I'm gonna throw you I didn't throw him a lot. I threw him a little something. Okay? And I made sure that when I did it, Tito, you think that I zelled him the money? You think that I electronic debited that shit? Nah, dog. I wrote a check off of my business account and made it and put it in the mail and snail mailed that shit to his ass. So we had to wait for that shit. I did that shit on purpose. I said, what's your address, dog? Oh, man, you gonna zell me? What's the address, nigga? Oh, my address is 1234 Boo Boo the Fool Lane. Okay, man, all right, cool. All right. Yo, man, what's up, man? I'm waiting for the money, man. When the money coming? Oh, man, I dropped that in the mail. Oh, man, why you drop it in the mail, dog? Hey, man, it's coming, dog. That dude was sweating me until he got the check, bruh. Okay? Check cleared, of course. I didn't hear from him no more, bruh. I was done. All right. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is, man, people don't help folks a lot of times until they got skin in the game, dog. That's what it is. Okay. And come to think of it, once I thought about it, why did he hit me up maybe a couple of years ago? Yo, Shaq, Facebook DM. Yo, Shaq, just reaching out to you, my dog. What's good, homie? You know damn well it was crickets on that mug. You know damn well that silence was chirping like then an MF on there. Okay? All that little bit of money I sent you is spent up now, dog. You know what I'm saying? There's no more deals. I don't care if you brought me the next Kendrick Lamar, bro. I'm not fooling with you. I'm done. So that's what it is. Okay. And I don't think Josh Jacobs is going to ask Henry Ruggs for some money. I don't think JJ is going to say to Ruggs, yo, big dog, I plugged you in, with Spike Tech in them. When am I going to get me some money? I don't think Josh Jacobs is that type of brother. I'm just going to keep it a buck. All right. But hey, it is what it is. Okay. You said, yeah, Ray Caruth and Ray Lewis, the Ray boys. All right, Justin Saw, MMO, great job. Quarterback, just functional things. I see what you're saying. DeMarcus Webb press conference on Carr did after Gruden left with the Ruggs incident was a grown man-ish leaders of men demeanor. Like I said, man, Derek Carr is a guy, he's one of those dudes who all you guys that are picking on him, got bad things to say about him, that fool with him, that's a dude who has favor. I keep trying to tell y'all, man, you don't gotta like DC, but you better keep his name out your mouth, man, because shit's not gonna work for you. That dude has favor with people who are far more powerful and far more incumbent when it comes to things on this planet than you. Don't mess with God's people. You leave them alone, bro. You leave them alone. Because I'm definitely not trying to stand next to you, dog. When it's a rainstorm and it looks like there's some lightning bolts, yo, Shaq, hey, man, I holla at you, bro. I don't want to stand next to you, man, when the lightning bolts come down, dog. Keep playing with people like him, all right? Keep playing with people like Shedeur Sanders, who has a whole lot of prayer going on for him. You guys are beyond football. There's no saving you. There's no helping you. There's no assisting you guys. Y'all on your own, bro. Don't come over here, man, doing that damn Kardashian shit over here, bro. I don't want nothing to do with it, man. Derek Carr is definitely somebody who seems to be locked in. No matter what you say about him, he has a job. No matter what your opinion of him, he has a starting job. He's never had his starting job taken. He's only been hated on to go somewhere and make more money somewhere else. Leave that man alone. I'm trying to help you guys out, but hey, it's on you guys, whatever. Okay, y'all keep fooling with him. You're gonna find out the hard way. Okay. Brother Tito said that old LL Cool song, "I'm That Type of Guy." Yeah, from the Radio album, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You better go on tour, bro. Hey, you better start. I think Jax Obrix need to go ahead, man, and well, you can't get, you need to go ahead and go borrow somebody's DJ equipment, man, and do some weddings, DJ some weddings on the weekend, and pay your father back that $350,000. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I saw Jeff Obrix press conference. I was very much laughing at Jeff Obrix until I saw his press conference. When I saw his press conference and he had to get up there and speak on behalf of his dumbass, goofy ass son, and his apology to Shedeur, and his apology to the organization, and his apology to the National Football League, and his apology to the Sanders family, he was very, very apologetic. I could see it on his face. I could see the disappointment on his face. I could see the sorry on his face. Usually when somebody apologizes, it's fake. He really was really meaning his apology to everybody, bro. And what's funny about it, where was his son then? Your son's 21 years old, man. Your son couldn't go out there and apologize. How come he had to do it on Instagram, dog? You put the joke on IG, on video. Put your funky ass face on there, bro. Put your funky ass grill on there and apologize to everybody, bro. He didn't even have the balls to do that, bro. He didn't even have the balls. He made his daddy go out there, who he made pay the fine, to speak on his behalf. Yes, me and my son. I'm like, really, bro? Really, dog? You gonna make your father do that shit too? I'd have been like, hey, Dad, I gotta get out there and say something, man. I gotta say something. Now I understand that Jeff Obrix had to do it for the organization and all of that, but around your dumbass friends that was videotaping it, it was you sitting on the bed, holding your face in your hands like a little punk, like a little bitch, Your boy pretending he was Mickey Loomis, and somebody else was holding the damn camera. How come you didn't do all of that when it came to apologizing? Because you're a punk. That's why. Okay? You're a little punk and you're a little bitch. I wouldn't have never, if I was that dumb, put my father on the hook for $350K and not even in front of nobody, man, and you know, apologize and tell him it was my fault. It's all on me. You don't even got the balls to do that, bro. Okay? These a lot of these dudes, man, they really ain't about their life, man. All right? Okay, you already know what it is, Justin Saw. Tragedy turned triumph, man. Carr hasn't had a break since leaving the Raiders. I heard he had a miscarriage with the baby and he was having. Well, man, I don't. When you start saying stuff like that, bro, you don't know why he revealed that information. Derek Carr had no reason to tell nobody that. When he told somebody that, so you got to understand the context. The only reason why you know that is because he said it when he was on the pulpit at church. He was at church in Las Vegas, in church, giving a testimony. See, like a lot of you guys, like, you know, either y'all don't have no religion, or you know, you ain't been since your grandmother made you go to mass and all of that shit. But Derek Carr is a man of the cloth, bro. So he used his misfortune, him and his wife's misfortune, to help others, bro. That was personal information. He never had to say that at all. Okay, so for you to say that, that's something that you need to evaluate. You need to evaluate, why is that something that you needed to say? Like, I don't understand that part. I mean, that's something that's between you and you. But if Derek Carr and his wife agreed to share that tragic information to help somebody else, I don't find that to be hasn't had a break. I find that to be beyond what you would do and a lot of people would do. I don't have a problem with it, dog. If he feels that he's something, the message that he wanted to put out there, bro, and it could help somebody else, and obviously, from what I heard, he definitely got an ovation for that. I ain't gonna ridicule a man for putting his information out there for other people, dog. Simple as that, man. Some people get out of prison and they go back to prison and they go and talk to folks and they go talk to kids and tell them their stories, and this is what I did and this is what happened to me, to try to save somebody else. But like I said, a lot of you guys don't have that compassion. You guys don't have that. Compassion's not something you can teach somebody. Okay? Life teaches you that. So I don't know about that one, bro. I'm gonna let you have that one. You got it. Jason Marshall, man, only one person that said if Ruggs come back, and that's Mark Davis. That's facts. Say your piece. Shaq, what do you think about what Skip said about Shador? I'm gonna say the same thing. Y'all still listen to Skip Bayless? That's the bigger question. Why are you still listening to Skip Bayless, bro? Why? You understand that man is 74 years old, man, and he got fired from the Fox gig. This man is not on Fox. This man is not on ESPN. This man is not on NFL Network. This man doesn't even have a job with Barstool Sports. Y'all still listen to Skip Bayless? All right. Are you subscribed to? Put a 1 in the chat if you're subscribed to Phil. I was about to say Phil. Skip Bayless's YouTube channel here on YouTube, and put a 2 if you're not. I have a 2 on mine. I'm not subscribed to his channel. Skip has a right to his opinion, and I have a right to not listen to anything Skip's talking about. That's what I think. They would stay away from him. Late to the party, Bill Holloway driving to work. Yeah, Bill. I always got you some content for you to listen to. Jason Marshall, deep down, Mark Davis wants to give Ruggs a second chance, but the image of the franchise, he can't do it. Sounds like a business decision to me. Sounds like a business decision, bro. Okay? It's not a good business move, is it? But sometimes business doesn't matter. Al Davis never cared about business. He cared about what he wanted to do. But then again, Al Davis never had the Death Star, did he? Al Davis always played in dilapidated stadiums. But Al Davis was a principal guy. He was more principalic than anything else. Mark Davis, more of a businessman. Not a good business move to bring Henry Ruggs back. Why alienate a whole city when y'all don't have to? I'm just saying. Is Mark Davis wrong if he said no? I don't think he's wrong. I think he's looking out for his corporate interests. It's not wrong for that. He wasn't the one driving 156 on a freeway. I mean, on a regular street. Bumaclot said Ruggs is going to go to the Packers. Bumaclot said Jacobs taking all our Raider players. What Raider players did he take? Who was he taking? Name them. I think Tom Telesco not signing people is what did it. What did Jacobs do? Y'all want to blame Jacobs for, is he the general manager? You had two raggedy ass GMs who didn't do shit. That's what happened. Let's just keep it a buck, man. Let's stop blaming people who didn't have anything to do with it. All right? You had raggedy ass Tom Telesco, who you guys were definitely, definitely wearing some panty liners for him. And then you had Dave Ziegler, who wasn't any better. You need to be blaming your general managers. Okay? Brother Tito, only takes a little bit of money to get rid of a fake friend. That's all it takes. That's all it takes, man. As my mother used to say, man, look at it as a $10 lesson or whatever it costs. My mom used to always say, whatever it costs you is how much it costs to get rid of him. He'll never do business with me again, bro. It wasn't about me giving him the money. It was the way you did it. You sat idly by for months, Tito, idly by for months until everything was all good in the hood. And then you came back to me, bro, and on a sneak tip. I told my wife about it at the time. She wasn't my wife yet. She was my girl. But I told her about it. She was like, wow, that's grimy. I'm like, yeah, I'm from the Bay. We grimy in the Bay, but damn. You should have said that earlier, dog. You should have been like, yo, man, if you could throw me a little something for it, I would have been cool with it, man. But you bet it, because he really didn't believe in it, bro. He tried to pretend to them that he believed in his so-called niece's talent and ability. But then when he found out that everybody was, got broken off for our work, he really wanted a third of it. Like, if it wasn't for me, this thing wouldn't have happened. I'm like, dog, come on, bruh. Man, you ain't getting that. Well, then what you gonna give me? I said, man, I'll give you something, dog. I got you. Well, man, I really shouldn't have to ask. Then it became he really shouldn't have to ask. I'm like, well, you're asking, I'm gonna throw you something. I didn't even argue with him. I didn't get all deep into it, bro. I was like, let me go ahead, but I'm gonna make it rough for you, dog. Okay, I'm gonna write this check. I'm gonna send it to you in the mail. I didn't Federal Express it. I didn't overnight it. I didn't UPS. I put that shit in a regular snail mail, bro. And one of them blue. Okay, I put it in the blue box that's in front of CVS. Okay, and waited till after 3 o'clock, Tito, because after 3 o'clock they don't pick it up till the next day. When he can't, oh, good looking out, dog. I'm like, man. I never answered a text from him again, dog. I just looked at it. All right. Bumaclot said that's what happens when you get a $250,000 fine. It was a $350,000 fine. Jason Marshall, Bumaclot kid deleted his Instagram. I heard he was getting ate up in the comments. Oh, no, man. Nah, dog. Like I said before, man, there's so many people who want to run a fade until the fade is going down. Oh yeah, you was gonna kick Jimmy's ass until Jimmy got in your face and started bipping your ass, bro. Once he started bopping your ass, what happened, dog? Like you was Billy Badass until those punches started connecting with your jawline. Once those connect, now, dog. Now you want somebody to save you. Nah, dog. Jimmy's about to tie you. We're gonna make sure Jimmy don't kill you, but Jimmy definitely gonna put some. You're going to put the beats on you, bro. You're getting the beats on you. Okay, it is what it is. Maurice Russ. What's good? All I got to say is that the father had apologized for stupidity in his son, who ain't a boy, but a punk-ass bitch who won't grant up and grow up. But the thing is, bro, you got all these people co-signing for him. Oh, he's 21. Man, come on, Shaq, you act like you didn't do nothing at 21. We're all guilty of being stupid when we were 21. You know what I said? I said this, Maurice. Reese, I said this. Yeah, I did dumb shit at 21, dog. But when I was 21 years old, was I prank calling people at 21? I wasn't. And we did a whole poll. I'll do it again. Put a 1 in the chat if you were prank calling people at 21, and put a 2 in the chat if you weren't prank calling people at 21. Because at 21, I wasn't prank calling people and acting like I was the jerky boys and shit. I wasn't doing that, dog. That wasn't exciting to me. I was in college. You could see they're in college. All of them are in college, bro. I was in college when I was 21. Okay. I had my own apartment when I was 21. Okay. A couple of blocks away from campus. What do you think I was doing? On the phone, prank calling potential guys that were already millionaires, getting ready to make more millions, or was I out calling co-eds to come over for study hall? What do you think Shaq was doing? I definitely wasn't doing what that fool was doing, bro. And I wasn't costing my pops $350,000. That's what I wasn't doing. So maybe you were prank calling and doing shit, calling Domino's Pizza and ordering a steak dinner, thinking that shit is funny with your funky friends. But hey, man, where's your girl at? Ain't that right, Tito? Where's your girl at? Oh, when you're done with the prank, you don't know where your girl is. And you don't have the address to my complex. That's what the difference is. Okay? That's the difference. What were you doing at 21? What was Shaq doing at 21? I wasn't prank calling people. That's what I wasn't doing. Okay? Reese Ross. All right. Senile Skip. Oh, man, who's listening to Skip, dog? Skip has had his time, bro. Okay? All right. He done. 2. Okay, Skip still on Brady's nuts. Hey, man, I mean, you need a bag somehow. I mean, Skip Bayless, without LeBron James and Tom Brady, Skip wouldn't even have no money to retire with. Skip got money, he paid, man, but nobody want to hear you talk anymore, dog. Okay? Nobody want to hear you talk anymore. No matter how much you dye your hair, you are 75, bro. Okay? Y'all really don't understand how low Skip is. Skip was born in 1951. Do the math. How old is Skip? How old is he? 1951, 2025. Do the math. Okay? Your grandmother is younger than Skip. Why Diaz? I thought Mark wanted Sanders. I don't know what Mark wanted. Mark changed his mind real quick. All right. See those 2s, Winnington Thomas. See you. Okay. Yeah. Y'all getting grubbing. Y'all grubbing. Okay. All right. Let me get rid of somebody. Anybody on here complaining about the subject matter, man, you don't need to be here ever. Okay. He gone now. Don't matter. I mean, it's not hard, bro. Okay. He's get you out of here. On what terms would he be implemented? That's to be determined. I don't know. Okay. Definitely have people capping on him. Just as, oh, he drafted Brock Bowers. He saved us money. I mean, like I said before, yeah, we still got Brock Bowers. It's like this, Justin Saab, bro. You ever had a girlfriend buy you something really expensive? She was your girl, bro. She went out and bought you something really expensive. I've had girls buy me cars before, bro. I had an ex-girlfriend buy me a car, bro. She bought me a car, bro. Car was cool. Cool car. It was at a time when I needed a whip. She bought me a whip, bro. We broke up. Did I give the whip back? Nope. Car was in my name. She just bought it for me. She gave me the money. Oh, I bought the car. I ain't stupid. She said, here, I got my tax money. Here's some money. Put that towards your down payment. Oh, I had money, but she matched me. I was like, she got to be passenger side princess for maybe about 8 months, Brother Tito. Driving to the Raider games up there at the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, bro. Okay. Parking. I used to park in the players parking lot, bro. When I used to go to the games up there in Oakland, I used to park in the players parking lot because they didn't know no different. My car looked good too. I just drove up in there. I just waved in. They let me in, but I parked there. Okay, didn't pay for parking when I went to the games. I just parked there. So when we broke up, Did I say, you know what? You got me this car, Justin saw. Oh, no. You got me the car. Thank you. Adios. I mean, that's the price of doing business. That's it. But these guys, you got us Brock Bowers. He needs to stay. Nah, dog, you got us Brock Bowers and you still got to go. It is what it is. Okay. All right. Okay, straight up. Get up out of here, man. Wife getting ready to go to Beyonce. Why? She ain't ready to go yet. Okay. Telesco was respectful draft, but bit situation. JPJ's Glaze, be all Pro Bowls. Yeah, but he landed 3 out of 7, bro. You ready to go? How many minutes? 5? 4? Okay, wife getting ready to go to Beyonce. All right. So you guys got 2 minutes. All right. Okay. Yeah, man. Okay. All right, man. I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. See y'all on here. Yeah, man. Hey, Maurice Ross, I almost went to Fresno State, bro. I was going to go down there and play basketball. I was going to go to Fresno State, dog. I was going to go to Fresno State and be a Bulldog, too. I almost did it, man. That was one of the schools I was going to go to. I didn't go. It would have been a problem down there. I'm kind of glad I didn't, dog. I was doing too much. I needed to be around where my boys were readily available. Readily available. All I had to do was get on, paid somebody. Somebody show up. But I was in Fresno. It would have took hours for people to come down there. All right, it would have been too much. I'm glad I didn't go down there, though. All right, man, let's get up out of here, man. I got to go. My wife getting ready to go to concert. Yeah, 12-13, bro. Come on, dog. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Childish. 1951, the year my mother was born. 74. There you go. And salute to your mama. That's your mama. But Skip Bayless, man, he too old to listen to. All right, y'all. What's up, AE? AAE, I got to tell you something. Why did my son say this to me yesterday, AE? I'm telling the truth, bro. You know how we are, bro. He says, when are we going back to Major Rader's house so I can have some more of that barbecue? My son is asking to come back to your house, bro. I mean, it's beautiful, bro. AE, man, you and your wife, you and Joe, man, my family, hosting my family, very much appreciative. But my son really had a good time at your house, bro. So, I'll let him know whether or not you want to have him back. Pretty sure you will. All right, man, gotta go, man. Wife getting ready to go to Beyonce concert. I'm getting ready to go take my son to go get some food. And I'm going to sit up here and I'm going to watch some TV because I don't have nothing to watch. The Lakers definitely are done for the year, and the Yankees ain't playing tonight, and the Raiders ain't playing. So, hey, it is what it is. I definitely will holler at you guys. Make sure y'all check out that video, Major Raider, Anthony Ellis on here, my boy AE, video that we did at the Raiders retreat and resort at his house. Team Ellis. All right, man, let me go, y'all. I'm about to check a filter. Oh, you said you're welcome when he's here? Okay, I'll tell him.